Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me for this video. The Master Chief Collection came out a little over a year ago, and when the game launched, it was broken beyond belief, riddled with campaign bugs, extended wait times for matchmaking, and after what is probably over a dozen updates, I've decided to take a look back at this game. Now initially, if you go back and look at the Halo videos that I had made on my page, I throw a lot of trash at 343 and Microsoft, and I feel like I may have overreacted by doing what I did. I still stand by what I said, and what I said was in the heat of the moment, and my thoughts are still my thoughts. But what I ended up doing was actually selling my Xbox One when I really wished I hadn't. There were still games coming out that I wanted to play. I wanted to try Halo 5. I didn't want to give them any money for it, which I didn't. I did get the game for free. And the reason that I felt so angry and so much turmoil towards this, and if you've never seen any videos on my channel, Halo 2 is my all-time favorite game. I've spent way more time playing that game than any other game that I've had in the multiplayer, in the campaign, over at my cousin's house doing split screen, having people over, System Link LAN parties, having a great time. So what this did to me was made me really think that they were just throwing mud at Halo, and it really made me upset. Now, all that being said, when I originally reviewed the Master Chief Collection, I talked about how great the campaigns were and that the multiplayer was still very broken and that half the game is the multiplayer, so half the game doesn't work. And I recommended that you don't buy it. So, what's changed since then? Well, the campaigns have been fixed. I've not run into any of the previous glitches that I have before with sound dropout, lost file saves, video dropout, and crashing and freezing. That's not present. They must have finally got the campaigns ironed out to be as good as they can be with considering the state that they were in before. But this video really isn't reviewing the campaigns. The campaigns are great, I've said that before. If you haven't noticed by now, we've been sitting in the matchmaking screen for almost 3 minutes. I've actually cut it so that it would be exactly 3 minutes. And this is still a problem. The Master Chief Collection's multiplayer still isn't up to par. It still doesn't work the way that it should. Now, why exactly is that? Is that due to depopulation because the game was broken and after update that 343 promised would fix the game never did, so people just abandoned it? I'm sure that's part of it. Is it because Halo 5 has come out now and everyone that wanted to play the Master Chief Collection is now playing Halo 5 because Halo 5 actually works? I'm sure that's part of it as well. But the question that I really want to ask you is that does it not work still because the game is still broken after all their promises of fixing everything? Is it that there's not enough people on playing, or that people have genuinely moved on to the new games, to the new Call of Duty, to Battlefront? And as much as it pains me to say this, Halo 5 isn't going to save the game franchise. What's going to save the game franchise is the Master Chief Collection. Because as of right now, the Master Chief Collection, the shooting, the multiplayer, the campaign, they all offer a unique experience that not really any shooter offers anymore. And the reason Halo 5 isn't going to be the game to save the franchise, and this isn't about to be about Halo 5, I have a video coming on that later, but Halo 5 conforms to what a standard first person shooter is today with sprinting, with iron sights, with the enhanced mobility. And while it does what it does very, very good, unfortunately, there are other games that people are more accustomed to. And I'm primarily talking about Call of Duty. That game, if you want to talk about a Halo killer, has pretty much killed almost every other first person shooter out there. Every other first person shooter now strives to be like Call of Duty to pull their audience. But the thing is that if people want to play a Call of Duty like game, they're just going to play Call of Duty. When people come to Halo, they expect something different. And with the Master Chief Collection's multiplayer, being so depopularized and having such a bad stink to it, people aren't interested in it. And of course, I have a couple ideas on how they can fix this. The first thing that they need to do, at least for people that digitally pre-ordered and bought the game, is they need to issue partial refunds. The game, when it launched, had so many bugs that the multiplayer was unplayable. The campaigns were riddled with bugs, but you could still make the argument that you could play them, which you could. The next thing that they need to do is give this game away for free from one specific date to another specific date. Put it on the Xbox One homepage, put it on the Xbox 360 dashboard that says, you know, if you're going to purchase an Xbox One, you will be able to download it, play this game for free. And if you own an Xbox One and don't already own this game, you can download it today and play the multiplayer for free. Don't have it as a free trial, just have it as basically a Games for Gold, but leave it on the Games for Gold for maybe a year. That will bring new players in playing this, and maybe people that have left the game or sold it or traded it in because it was broken will come back to it and play it as well. Another good solution for bringing players back to this game: come out and admit that there was a problem, and say that you're going to be reissuing a new update or relaunch the game entirely. Take it off the Microsoft Store, work on it, build it back to the way that it should have launched, and then relaunch it and let those of us who have already purchased the game download it for free. And of course, I've already said to give it away for free. And that way, whatever is in the code now that they're having trouble fixing will be gone. If you take the game back, rework it from scratch, maybe that'll take a year, maybe that'll take 2 years. I honestly think that would be worth it. And if they could rework it from scratch, maybe they could even somehow fold Halo 5 into it. Maybe that's asking too much. I don't know. What do you guys think? But regardless, if you buy this game now, the multiplayer is still broken, partially from absent players and probably lingering network issues. The campaigns are great. They fixed those. The co-op campaign, single-player campaign, split-screen campaign, because remember, Halo 5 doesn't have split-screen. So if you're buying it strictly to catch up on the story, or if you like co-op action with your friends, couch co-op, then this is going to be a great buy. But if you're buying it and expecting full online capabilities, you're going to be disappointed. But regardless, thanks for joining me, guys. If you found my video useful or entertaining, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. I got a lot more content coming. And until next time, thank you for joining me.